evening, everybody. Lord be Lord coming to you on the microphone tonight. Got Charlie Platt with me, got Queasel Erskine with me. Missing in action is, you guessed it, Marvin. But I tell you now, I'm worried in all seriousness. Marvin called me about 45 minutes ago, 30 or 45 minutes. He could he was in distress, if you will. And he told me, he said, Floyd, I got the worst headache I ever had in my life. He said, my head is splitting open. I can't concentrate. I can't focus. And he said, I just can't be on with y'all tonight. And I told him, I said, well, now here's the first thing you need to do. If your head hurts that bad, you need to go to the emergency room. And I hope he has gone, because a headache of that magnitude is nothing to play with. Uh, and I'm blessed. I very rarely have I ever had a headache, even in my younger days when I traveled at night a lot. I would get up in the morning and turn around. I wouldn't have a headache. I don't know if
You didn't have one the next morning either. I mean,
I wouldn't have one. I wouldn't have one at all. I had no
okay.
headache. Never had a headache. But and Marvin, I hadn't heard of. Have y'all ever heard of Marvin complaining about headaches? About headache?
No,
I mean,
I've heard him complain about everything else, but I don't think I never
I've
heard him
never heard.
complain about a
That's
headache.
that's what worries me, Queasel. I never heard him complain about a
no,
headache. Now he's
no.
had all kind of other, misfortunes with his health and things, but uh, injuries that that he's inflicted upon himself and that kind of thing. But I've never heard of him having. But we're gonna have to check on him. Somebody's got to dial us in a little bit and let us know what's going on with Marvin. And I don't have the studio lights in here with me tonight that Marvin always brings. I don't have all the amplification and all the woofers and the tweeters that Marvin has got. So my sound quality might be bad tonight. My appearance might be bad. But Marvin had that light where it would just take all the redness out of your face and everything. And I don't know if he had that special made for himself or not, but it worked for me and him because we had our normal complexion. But the lights that I've got in here are antiquated. They're incandescent bulbs,
Well,
if you will, and
you don't.
they don't magnify my countenance very good.
You don't need all that stuff. See, all
I
them
know.
lights and all. See,
No.
Marvin's got a face for radio.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does. He has a face for radio.
Marvin got a face for radio. He ain't. And so when you have to kind of doctor him up, and you gotta kind of when you get him on television, you gotta kind of doctor him up and make sure you always got his right side covered. He got a he don't want his bad side
He got a good
shown.
side and a bad side.
Yeah,
See,
and
that's the way it was when he
he
come over here with it, with
yeah
all his piccolo and stuff.
yeah
His house got burnt up and all out there. He
yeah
come in here and he take over my whole table. See, I'm here
yeah.
now. That you can see me now. You know who I. But when Marvin was here, Marvin's head it would be like on the screen that big around, and mine would be
We can see your hat.
like a squirrel head. I mean, I
Well,
would
Yeah,
be like a,
you were at the back of the room. You was you
yeah.
yeah,
you
yeah,
you was
yeah.
kind of
I
off to the
was
back over there.
off
Yeah.
stage. I was off stage, peeping through the curtain, if you will. But
Yeah.
anyway, let's Cindy Joe met her here. She chimed in, pray for Marv. We will, and if we get any kind of report on Marvin on his health or anything, we'll let y'all know because he'd do the same thing for us, and we'd want y'all to be praying for us if we had some kind of malfeasance going
Yeah.
on in our head,
Hmm.
especially. Because that's serious business, let me tell you. But we're with y'all tonight. We appreciate y'all tuning us in. Some of y'all might be tuning us in. Most of y'all that have seen us know who we are and know what we represent and know what we stand for. It's nothing but the truth. That's what you're going to hear tonight. You may hear some BS, but the BS is mostly going to be true. But anyway, if you may not want to watch us, is what I'm saying, after we get started and after I explain to you some things about what we believe in and what we don't believe in. But if you believe and if you are against these things, now if you stand against these, if you're gonna protest and all against this kind of stuff, you probably need to go ahead and tune out. So I just listen to some of the things that if you are against telling the truth, Tune us out. We're not here to propagandize to y'all.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
No.
if you don't respect law and order, tune us out. Turn us off. Go ahead, turn us off right now. Save your electricity. Okay. If you are against, if you don't respect old people and women, tune us out. We don't want you. We don't want you watching. We don't want your negative dark energy infiltrating the screen that we're on. You see? Just being to you, just nothing but the truth. If you voted for Barack Barry Hussein Obama, tune us out. You are not going to like nothing that we say.
No.
Electricity. If you think Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi has drawn a sober breath in the last 25 years, tune us out.
Cut us off.
Oh.
Here's what you need to do. Here's something that you can entertain yourself with while you have got us tuned out and watching something else. You can read Elizabeth Warren's book entitled How to Lie About Your Indian Heritage in Order to Advance Your Career and knock yourself out and make yourself happy. But otherwise, dial us in. Y'all know who we are. You can tell by the sound of our voice what we stand for. You can tell by the expressions on our face what we stand for. You can tell by our name what we stand for. And the dirt road sports. Some of y'all, especially some of you folks watching up there in Martha's Vineyard, ain't never seen a dirt road.
No.
And you think a sport, you think a sport is a man dressed up in a woman's dress and high heels. Oh, that's what you think. That ain't us. I'm gonna go ahead.
That ain't.
No men dressed up in women's dresses and wearing high heel shoes on this show. We're not going. You're not gonna see that unless somebody chimes in over here, trying to be a smart aleck and chimes in. But we can eliminate you pretty quick. See, I can see who's dialed in tonight, man. We got them dialed in. Rojo's dialed in. I saw Rojo this afternoon. Her and good friend Deborah Smith Deborah Bryan Smith came by, and they had gone with Radar to one of our friends' funeral today over in Alabama. Charlie, he was he Mike Lane. He graduated in 1972 with him. They went over there and represented the class. There was some other classmates over there, but they spent the day in Alabama today, and they drove through here this afternoon. And Rojo said, "I just got time to get home and watch him turn on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Course." So she's home, and I'm glad you made it, Rojo. Glad you made it in safe. We got them tuned in tonight. Got Miss Stephanie Mock tuned in. Got Cindy Joe. Met her. She's always with us. She's praying. Jeremy Buckhalter. We got Dale and Ian Mock. They watching. Billy and Rhonda Pate from the great state of Baker County watching us. So we got all y'all dialed in. Y'all let us know you're watching us. Go ahead, Charlie.
Let me give some off. Dynamite is on my page. You know who we're talking about there, don't you?
Come on.
Felton Whitlow, Lee Scott, our buddy up in Dale County, Leanne Beasley out at South Henry Peanuts is tuned in. Just folks, Dennis Mitchell, I think he's up by Island Home, Alabama, and folks from all over. Good to have them with us tonight.
Good to have y'all with us tonight. We're not going. Our speeches, our talk may be short tonight, but it won't be boring. We're not.
That's right.
Whenever if we ever get to the point where we're boring y'all, we'll cut it out, if you will. You know what I'm saying. But how you doing, Charlie? How you doing, Queasel? Let folks know what y'all been doing this week. To kind of dial them in, tune them in. Folks want to know. I'll tell you what I've been doing. I've been working in my yard. And of course, I've been doing some appraisal work too. But I've been working in my yard, and I got my regular landscaping professional. I had to chalk it up a notch with another landscaping professional.
Oh,
So they kind of bail him out, kind of bail him out.
oh.
Well, I know I hadn't broke the news to him yet, but he my landscaping professor, he kind of crippled up. He fell not long ago out in his yard, tripped up on some roots out in his yard, about dark out there, I think. And he got hobbled up. You've seen him, haven't you, Queasel, at church?
I seen him. I see. Hey, I see him every day. He's right across. He's at that business right across from the fire station
Right across the
every
street from
day.
the
Right
fire
across the
station.
street from the fire station every day.
And
He
it,
put
it ain't Cotton Hall, is it?
it ain't Cotton Hall.
I got you. He's over there.
Uh-uh.
Got it on his wheel. He got his
Got his
basket.
wheel.
Got it with
Got
his big
got his
basket.
bad. Got that dirt road sports
Tag.
tag
Uh-huh.
on that bicycle. Well, I think he got the new kind. I think he got Charlie Platt and the dirt road
He
sports.
got
I think he
Charlie
got
Platt.
a
He got
new.
the new tag. He got
Think he
Charlie
got his
Platt
new
and the railroad
tag.
foot tag.
That store you talking about, that's where he gets his energy drinks and the energy
Yeah,
drinks
the
over
energy
at that
drink.
store.
They sell energy
Yeah,
drinks over there.
that's
That's
what
what
it
I
is.
thought.
That's it.
You know,
But
hell,
he's over there, but he got hobbled up. And
mineral water.
I give him some. I give him some help. I got me some more help, and we've done. It's been amazing what has transpired here at my place. You know, it's amazing how you can just let your stuff. You get used to the neglect. You get used to seeing and living with the neglect and with plunder stuff just piled up around you. You know that you've saved and thought was the most important thing in the world to you. But in my case, if you'll ever, and it's working for me, let some of that stuff go. Let some of that plunder go. Some of that whatnots and that stuff that so many of us declutter is I think that's the word I'm saying. If you can ever pull that trigger to where you start decluttering, if you ever start decluttering, the next declutter event will be a little bit easier and a little bit easier and a little bit easier. So that's what I've been dealing with. I've been doing that. It's therapeutic for me. But I've been working hard. I've been doing some appraisal work. Thank the Lord for that. The mayor, he's been helping me do that. But that's what's been going on in my life for the last week here. Hadn't been to the had to go to the knee doctor no more. Hadn't had to go through that deal no more. No doctors wrote overweight on my profile. I'm eating good, and I'm doing the oatmeal deal every morning, Queasel. I started on oatmeal, I guess, probably a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
With the oatmeal, I get me some oatmeal. I was going down to the Indian store down there, the Indian from India, not Elizabeth Warren Indian, but the Indian store. Of course, they're all Indians, own all of them. So
Everyone, just about it.
Pretty obvious, you know, if you go into a convenience store, it's Indian. But anyway,
Yeah.
I go down there and I get me a sausage and a bit. Nice people, great people. I love the guy. He was from India, and I asked him what his name is. Said his name was Jack. So that's a pretty easy name. I can pronounce Jack. I can't pronounce Kuchapale or anything, but I can spell and pronounce Jack.
That's right.
Sausage and biscuit, and absolutely some of the best biscuits I ever had in my life. But it gets in your pocket. I mean, it gets in your, and you got to get in your car, you know, and you got to. Of course, every morning I get up, take my bath, put my clothes on. That no big deal. But you got to get in your car. Then you got to go in there, and then you visit with all kind of folks. Then you got to come back up. But I just started making my own breakfast. Make a long story short, making some oatmeal, cook me up some sausage at one time, get me a pack of Jimmy Dean sausage, you know, and cook them up, them little patties. Cook that up. Got it all for the week. I'm good to go. But the oatmeal, I think, is really helping me, Queasel. Sure is.
Yeah, well, what do you do to that oatmeal where you can eat it? Because I ain't never ate none what I like.
The easiest thing in the world. You go in there and get you a box, and you can get mixed. It's got strawberry flavor, got banana flavor, peach flavor. It's got a maple, brown sugar maple. I got one that had dates, raisins, and pecans in it. Instant, the kind you microwave. That's what I get. I don't get the kind in the big box. I can't eat that. I get the kind that's all souped up, and it's good. It's real good. It's called peaches and cream, strawberries and cream, and it's bananas and cream in a little pack. Open it up like that. Put your little milk in there. Hit that microwave button 30 seconds at the time. Man, it's something good. I eat whole bowl forevermore.
Okay. All right.
Got me regulated, man. It got me regulated. I got to think it's got my cholesterol down and all that kind of good stuff.
No, 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 no.
Oh,
You
wait,
won't. You won't.
what?
Hold up.
You
Time
y'all
out.
pretty quick there now.
Time out. That
Oh,
stuff that you eating ain't doing you a lot of good.
whoa, man!
Whoa,
I
whoa, whoa,
disagree,
whoa. To get the
Doctor
benefits, you
Charlie.
got
I
to.
disagree.
Well, I don't care what.
How you
I'm
know it
telling you
ain't
the
doing me no
facts
good? How do you
because.
know it ain't doing me no good? You need to come
It,
over here and watch me in
have
the
you read
morning.
the box? Have you? Whoa, have you read the box?
I ain't read the box. If I don't want to read the
Okay.
box, I ain't gonna eat the box. I'm eating oatmeal. I ain't eating the box.
You
Man,
eat. He's eating Queasel.
Good
He's
luck,
eating some
Charlie.
meat. He,
Good luck.
I ain't gonna talk to
yeah,
him no more. I'm just telling you, he's eating enough sugar, by gosh, to keep a youngin' awake 24 hours with that little thing of oatmeal.
my body requires sugar. It requires fortification. I got a different body. It requires that stuff. It begs for it.
I
It
Yeah,
said,
demands for it.
they told you about your doctor told you about your body
And it
off
got nothing to do with
Albany, by gosh.
there may be some other things I consume that's got sugar in it that might be causing that. But yeah, my
I
body
ain't.
requires that. Everybody's body is different. Some folks, say, oh, your cholesterol off the chart. Well, it may not. Might be my body requires that I have cholesterol.
So me and Floyd, we got some intermingled kin folks, and I thought I gonna have to call Floyd today. I seen two of them at the doctor's office, and I'm gonna tell you what. Now it like to been a fight today. I'm fit to tell you what. I went today, and there wasn't none other than Uncle Dump and Ain't Scrap was in the doctor's office today. Now, see, that's how me and Floyd intermingle. Uncle Dump is Floyd's uncle, and Ain't Scrap is my aunt. So we got them intermingle, so we kind of family, if you want to do it.
Kind of got like a mixed marriage, if you will.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
and Uncle Dump, he's hard of hearing, but Ain't Scrap makes him sound like he could hear anything. So and they getting old. I don't even know how old they are, but they're
Oh,
getting
they
old.
well up in the 90s.
They getting old, and so I walked in there, and that side ain't scrap in the waiting room, and I went over there and talked to her and I hugged her around the neck and asked her how she doing, and she had to pull out a little old. She carried a little old jar, and she got it wrapped up in her handkerchief, and she. That's right here and closed up, and she just hugged me back. She had snuff running. It was running down over here on this side of her mouth, but she was sitting there just as quiet as she could be. She ain't had too much to say, and I just, you have to nearby holler at her to get her to hear you. And so we were sitting there, and there was a room full of folks in there, every kind of ailment in the world you go in there. And Uncle Dump was back there with the doctor. And that's what she told me. Of course, she told me and everybody and folks 6, 7 miles around there. She said, Dump's back there with the doctor. Said he's back there. Said he ain't been feeling good. He been feeling poorly. I got tired of hearing him gripe and complain. So listen to this. We got Bookie to bring us to the doctor. Well, I didn't see Bookie. I don't know where Bookie was. I didn't see him. He wasn't in the parking lot. Ain't no telling where Bookie Floyd. They might. I don't know if you've heard
I
anything
ain't
from him or
saying
not. But anyway, what she said, I ain't seen Bookie nowhere. So I sat down in there inside her, and we were sitting in there, and after a while, here come Uncle Dump, come hobbling out the door, hobbling out the door, hadn't hold on to the door, to walk, and all bent over and all that kind of stuff. He was just a fussing and cussing and carrying on. And Scrap said, "What you say, Dump?" He didn't say nothing. So he come out. She said, "Dump." I said, "What did you say?" And he said, "What?" She said, "What did you say?" So he dug it out. He had a little old cup in this hand and had a little cup in this hand. And he was standing there. And he said, "The doctor gave me these cups." She said, "Well, what he want to give you the cups for?" Uncle Dump said, "Well, he wants a urine sample in this cup. And in this cup, he wants a stew sample. Aunt Scrap said, "What you say, dump?" And he told her again, louder. He said she wants a urine sample in this cup and a stew sample in this cup. She said, "Dump, what you trying to tell him?" So he had to holler this time. He said he wants a urine sample in this cup and a stew sample in this cup when I come back next time. Aunt Scrap said, "That's all he wants?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, go back in there and take off your drawers and leave him with him." So that'll cover both of them for him. And like they like to tied up and fought right there in the doctor's office. Now
I
I'm
know, Daddy. I know, Daddy. You throw it off.
she said, "Just take your drawers off. Leave him your drawers." I mean, but
Oh
people
Lord.
5 miles down the road heard it when they told them. You know how they are.
I know
You
how
can't.
to.
You can't.
I bet you were proud to get out of there. Lord have mercy.
Ooh, I helped him. I helped him on out the door, and I set him out there on the bench. Down the bench out in front of the doctor's office, where you can pull through and dump them off. And so I put him out there on the bench. I ain't seen Bookie yet, but I went over when I got back. Come out the doctor. He's gone. I don't know if Bookie come got
That's
him.
the best thing you could do. Best
Yeah,
thing you could do.
I did not want to get crossed up with them and Bookie.
Well, I tell you, see when y'all tune this in, see what you learn. See
Yeah.
we have no secrets. We have no secrets. We bury it all, don't we? Don't we, Queen?
We,
Don't we, Charlie? We
well,
bury it all.
hey,
Tony, we got
I ain't.
anybody we need to talk about on one of our sponsors? We need to sell anything, pay any bills? What you got for us? Throw one up there and let's talk about it. Ziggy B Seafood. Hadn't been in there today, but I'm gonna go in there tomorrow. Went in there last week. And got me a cup of them already fresh shucked oysters. One night I eat raw oysters, and the next night I eat me some fried oysters. You talk about something good. Now she ain't got no Cedar Key oysters. She got some farm raised, some put the picture back up there, Cody. Put it back up there. She's got some what they call bed raised or trap raised oysters in there. And oysters is getting hard to find. I don't know what they cost. It was some fella got sideways with me last week because I wouldn't tell him how much they was. And I don't never ask, what I ain't gonna ask what the oysters are, and I ain't gonna ask especially I ain't gonna ask what the crab legs is, because I know I can't afford them to start with. But get you some oysters, some crab legs, get you some fresh mullet. Anybody can afford mullet fish, sawmill trout, if you will. You can afford you some mullet. So don't be complaining and putting on about how much something costs when you go in there. Go in there, whatever you got all kind of price levels for you in there. Just like when you go to buy you a car, they got I take that back. They ain't got all price levels no more on automobile.
No.
But Ziggy B, she'll
No.
get you right. She'll give you some good seafood. You won't go wrong. I promise you. She'll go sell you something that you can eat, and you'll be glad you did. Go see Ziggy B Seafood Market right here in Carson, Georgia. You'll be glad you did. Charlie,
You know who changed?
tell us what you've done this week, Charlie.
I've been hauling peanuts at South Henry over toward Dr. Mobley's house, or from Dr. Mobley to South Henry Peanuts, I would say. I've been dodging deer and turkey. The route is completely full of deer and turkey.
There's
And
a lot of deer on the road. Well, tell us about the
oh
peanut
man,
crop over there. What have you noticed over there about the peanut crop in Henry County, and where are you at? And what's the
let me ask Cody, did he get some pictures up that I sent to Marvin's phone? One was sun setting, and it was some peanut pictures. What I'm seeing is, you know, about maybe half the crop. There you go. That was the other night as I was coming in
Looked like
with
you
a
was
load
drunk
right
when you
there.
took that picture, Charlie.
What do you mean? What do
Cause
you mean?
it ain't focused. I mean, how you can you
It
see?
wasn't. It wasn't. I was driving down the road. Hush, Queasel. We don't need to get into all that. Now, the other picture, if you will,
Was you
is
driving and drinking? I
no,
mean,
no,
I'm
no,
just
no, no,
curious.
not
I'm
that
asking
one.
for a
The
friend.
ones, the ones with the peanuts, Cody. There we go.
That's pretty good looking peanuts
Floyd.
there, Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're getting after. But I think about half the crop is in over this way. Maybe still a lot on top of the ground, still a lot in the ground, and that rain slowed things up on Sunday, but it was nice. Um, things progressing over here. a lot of folks moving equipment around. So once again, folks need to be particular, as we say at the end of the show every week. Be particular about getting in front of some of that stuff, or trying to pass it when there is no way to pass it. Uh,
You know what, Charlie?
I
You know what I saw today, and I thought
was
about you when I saw it. I was going down a little old back road over in Baker, Mitchell County today, and they was I don't know how many row. I mean, I don't know that much about farming, but it was them great big old cotton pickers. What puts it in the row? How many rows would that pick?
6 rows. Six
Six row,
rows.
whatever how many it was, and it took up the whole road. And I saw there was two cars in front of me, and them cars stopped and pulled over and got down in the ditch, and I did too, so he could come by on that cotton picker. But I wouldn't have thought to do that. The guy that was in front of me, I figured he must have been a farmer or something. He knowed how hard it was. He got slapped off the road in the ditch to give that fella on that. And when the fella come by, he waved everybody and let him know how much he appreciated,
Yep.
so he could just keep on coming with that. And I thought about you and what you say every week since they've been
well,
coming about
yeah.
that when I saw that.
I can pull the peanuts, but Queasel, I wouldn't be worth a flip trying to move one of those things from one field to the next. I'd
No,
take me several mailboxes as I went down the road.
I
I
don't.
don't know how those guys. It's hard for them to do,
I don't see how to
and
do it
that's why
neither.
I say give them the right of way, because it's a tough. This is only a once a year deal, and
That
it's the
fella
way they make
impressed
their
me
money.
though. That was in that pickup truck. He
Yes,
he
sir.
he, he impressed me by pulling off. I mean, completely off, not pulling over, but completely off the road down into the ditch. It was flat. I mean, it wasn't like it was a flat area, and so he had plenty of room to pull off. And he
That's
gave that
good.
combine the whole road. And I thought in my mind about what you said, and I said, there goes somebody that appreciate a man that's out here working for a living.
Yeah,
And
Trying to
exactly.
make ends, mate. Trying to
yep,
get the crop in. Uh,
yep.
You better know it.
exactly. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people, especially traveling people, I see a lot of Florida tags coming through on Highway 27. They all go around me, of course, every time, and they'll come in the carpet running wide open. A lot of
Yeah.
Florida, a lot of, I think that people from our part of Florida that we know, that we close to, they understand they understand how to drive. But you get folks from down there around Central and South Florida, uh, around
Totally.
Tallahassee, them people in Tallahassee. If you've lived in Tallahassee and driven in Tallahassee, Florida, you can drive anywhere, because you will pay no attention to no speed limit sign or nothing else. But they come through carpet pretty regular. And if I was a policeman, uh, I could write some tickets for them folks from Florida coming through here, and they do. I see
It's
how policemen have them pulled over
Oh
pretty
yeah,
regular.
they doing it.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And I tell you something else that gripes me, folks don't do no more. You watch it. Let somebody meet a funeral procession. They don't pull over,
Uh-uh.
and they
no.
run over you
Uh-uh.
if you try to pull over.
Yep.
They don't pull
Well,
over.
now, the city of Dothan did something several years ago that I did not agree with. They quit giving you know, for years and years, everywhere, police would lead off a funeral procession and say
Escort.
it was at Free Will Baptist Church and Colquitt, but the burial was going to be at Crooked Creek.
Hmm.
You get a police escort, but
All the way.
Dothan, I don't think Dothan does that anymore. And
We do.
it,
We do it.
yeah, yeah,
Do it.
most
We
We
still
do it.
do it.
Dothan does. Let me go ahead and say it. Dothan does things in a crappy way. Just about everything they do. Uh,
But
this national peanut festival is fixing to kick off a week from tomorrow. But or yeah, week from tomorrow. And last year they changed the parade route through the old neighborhood. That wasn't a popular thing to do. So this year they put it back on Main Street. But now listen to this. The powers that be and the intelligent people that run that fine organization, number one, the farmer don't, I don't care what's going on. If you give me a free ticket, if I'm a farmer next Monday night, whenever they can only go, farmers can go free only on the Monday night. Okay? I ain't gonna get out of the field if I got a crop in the field quick enough to go down there and take advantage of a free ticket if I ain't got my crop in. Nobody's got the crop in, right?
Hey, that's
And
just yeah.
in addition to that, they redid the parade to go down Main Street, but they're gonna have it this coming Saturday, a week ahead of what, or 2 weeks ahead of what they usually have it. It used to be on the last Saturday of the fair, on Saturday morning, 9 o'clock. Well, they moved it to this coming Saturday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, y'all tell me, we got a man sitting there with a Georgia outfit on every week. If Georgia is playing on TV, Alabama plays, by the way, at 2:30 on TV. How many folks do you think's gonna run down there and watch a peanut festival parade in the middle of a Saturday afternoon with college football going on? Does any of that make sense to
That
y'all?
does sound like a bad time to have it. It really does. But let me. I'm thinking about this deal. We were talking about a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about the Sun Belt Expo, and you
Yeah.
talking, and then you talk them having it, this time of the year, and then you're also talking about the Peanut Festival. I remember the Sun Belt Expo. They started that thing in the mid-'70s or something. And I got to think about it. You made a good point, Charlie, but I'm gonna reflect back on how the peanuts were grown in the mid-'70s. We had a much shorter growing season, shorter variety, shorter days variety. The peanuts, we would start plowing up peanuts on Labor Day. That was our base. And if you had Spanish peanuts, you started in August getting them. So that was, most of the peanut crops had already been harvested by the time we'd go to the expo. Peanuts, and nobody planted cotton down there. But then as things progressed and the genetics on the peanuts, it stretched out the maturity dates on them. It used to be about 100, 125 days, and they were ready to come up. Now it's 140 days, 135 to 140 day peanut. So that throws that off. And the same thing with the peanut festival and all, because they grew the same kind of peanuts in Alabama that we grew in Georgia. So it's the variety has extended the harvest season on peanuts from what it started out being.
I'll make a point that you just made, Floyd. And like I said, we get personal on this thing. So if you folks don't want to hear some personal stuff like their kin folks and my kin folks, you watch something from Martha's Vineyard. But my grandmother, when she passed away, and they started going through they had the reading of the will and went through the safety deposit box at Headland National Bank. Much to the surprise of Mr. Major Espy, who was president of the bank, and Mr. Sam Van, who was vice president, because that's where we had the will reading, they found out my grandma had loaned money to 3 different farmers to farm on. And she was doing it undercutting what Headland National Bank was doing, like a percent, and just farmers that she knew. They were written, some of y'all around Headland, Ed's hot dog place downtown Headland. The note was on a Ed's place hot dog ticket. And it said, Floyd B. Lloyd and Queasel Erskine owe Alfie Deal Platt $3,500 by October 15th or when crop is harvested. So the thing back then, if that just hit me in the head, she had it on her notes that she was loaning money to. The 15th of October should be settle up day unless something happened and the crop couldn't get in.
We got Miss LaVon Nichols. She's chimed in here with.
She's keeping us on time.
Commercial time. What commercial do you want us to run, LaVon? You help us out here.
Shoot one up,
Request time.
Help us out, LaVon. What do you want to hear?
If you're all mixed up about the body that you're in, there's a man down south that'll change you from a rooster to a hen. They call him Castrating Carl because that's his trade. It won't take him long when he opens up his blade. He'll slice and dice, and in a minute he'll be done. You'll be a tranny, but you'll never be a granny, and your daddy will never have to call you son. Castrating Carl, the man with the plan. He's from Bascom, where you don't have to ask him, are you a woman or a man? He'll slice and dice, and in a minute he'll be done. You'll be a tranny, but you'll never be a granny, and your daddy will never have to call you son.
We done Ziggy Bees, Levon. You tuned in too late. We've already done Ziggy Bees. Done showed the oysters and done showed the crab claw. Now, you need to dial in on time so you can keep up with us. So we done that.
Right.
We're not going back and do Ziggy Bees again, Levon. What about castrating Carl? Do you like him, Levon? That's a very popular one. Marvin called me the other day. He said, you know what? One of my friends called me and asked me, said they had some show hogs, show pigs, y'all gonna show pigs. Said, yeah, I know you missed it, Lamar. That's okay. Okay, just hang tight, baby. We not gonna talk all night long. We just we gonna do some conversion. You missed that part, Levon, about the opening at that. Go back and hit it when you kill. But a friend called him and says, we got two show pigs that need castrating. And said, I called a veterinarian and said, he want to know how much would you charge me to castrate 2 male show pigs? The veterinarian told him $750 to castrate 2 show pigs. I said, you tell him to call castrating Carl and load his trailer up and go over there. I said, I guarantee you, castrating Carl will do it just as good. It'll be done just as good and just as right. And he probably will give you a discount on that $750. But can you believe that?
I can't. Not for 2 pigs.
What's going on with this deal, man? I mean, I had 2 first cousins, Marlon and Edward Kimball. They could come out there. Daddy called them, said, I need you boys to come over here and help me cut some hogs. He'd have 40 or 50 of them. They'd be done in 2 hours, all of them, And he'd buy them a soda water and a pack of crackers, and they'd be paid. And they'd be happy.
What the problem is here, in my opinion, I'm gonna throw it in there. We don't have a lot of big animal veterinarians anymore. Dr. Mobley over here, and he works over yonder across the river with y'all, but they probably took it to one of these vets that take care of mine and Queasel's show dogs, if you will.
That's exactly right.
That's what it is. And yeah, they'll hit you. I went to one of them, had a little toenail problem at old Chihuahua that disappeared. Fixed a little toenail, put a little antiseptic on it, sent me home with him with some pain medication and an antibiotic, and the bill was $401.
I'm telling you, man. I appreciate all y'all, folks going to medical school and learn how to be a veterinarian and everything. But listen to me. And I know you want to make money, you want to make a living and all that, but you ain't doing shoulder replacement now when you a dog. It's a different category. Y'all need to understand, folks that's got their dogs and all, they soft-hearted to start with. You got them in a tender moment, if you will.
Captive audience.
And their heart is breaking because they're cut them some slack, man. Don't try to make it. Some of these folks they on a fixed income and they got a little dog, everything in the world to them. It's their life. And just good Lord, just cut folks some slack. Don't try to make it all at one time, if you will. Just kind of. I know I'll get cards and letters about this, but that's my opinion, and that's what y'all watch for, is so y'all can understand where we're coming from, and maybe y'all feel the same way we do about it. But they charge too much. They charge too much. Veterinarians charge too much to work on folks with dogs and cats. It's a dog and it's a cat.
I believe I got out of the mechanic business too quick because
Yeah.
J.W. Dream here said they charge him $125 an hour labor to put on a power steering pump. Good
I know.
Lord, the
Yeah.
number of I can't count how many power steering pumps I put on. I might need to get back into mechanic business if I can make $125 an hour.
That's
You,
pretty
you
good.
can't
That's
you
pretty good
can't
pay.
you can't do it. You can't do it, Queasel, because Obama, Mac Daddy, if you will, Floyd,
Mm-hmm.
messed up the automobile industry, period. Clunkers for cash. You remember that crap?
That's exactly right. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
he
Cash
took
for
he
clunkers.
took he took those $2,500 cars, those that you, Queasel, could still work on,
Mhm.
just a good craftsman tool set. You could go, but no, he had to get rid of all those old cars. They had to crush them so that everybody would have to buy something that cost three times that $2,500 money, operated on a computer, and was going to tear up, and you couldn't fix it. You had to replace parts on it. That's the whole story right there. Do you
Oh
agree,
yeah,
Floyd?
oh yeah.
He's the worst thing in the world that has happened to this
Thank
country.
you.
The
Worthless.
absolute worst thing that ever. Barack Barry Hussein Obama is the worst thing that has ever happened to this guy. He has not done one thing that has benefited anybody in this country other than a bunch of leftist lunatics. Now that's his peeps. So we may not be on next week, but that's the way I feel about it. And if you can't tell the truth, put us up another commercial, there, folks. We got to get one for LaVon. She still wants some more commercials, so put us up another commercial.
Sometimes you need a lawyer in your corner who ain't scared to fight. He'll defend you, don't matter if you are wrong or right. He's a South Georgia redneck with a ponytail and a law degree. With Billy Schindler as your lawyer, you will always be found not guilty. Just looking at Billy Schindler makes that DA weak. He'll mumble and fumble and be scared to speak. He'll shout, "Your Honor, I surrender, 'cause I know when I'm beat." Call Billy Schindler when the man has got them cuffs on tight. He'll fuss and cuss and slash and burn, shake his fist and holler, "I'm in your corner, let's fight, fight, fight."
Shingler Law, Donaldsonville, Georgia, 229-524-1225.
Y'all heard
that
old
just-
Marvin talking, and I wish we could talk to Marvin. I
Yeah.
wish Kyle called us in and let us know what's going on with him there.
That made me miss him that much more when I hear that Weather Channel voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hear that Weather
And-
Channel voice.
and-
Indeed.
Y'all know,
Weather Channel voices. That's the voice for it. I'm glad you named it. That the
He
That's
didn't
him.
he didn't sound nothing like that this afternoon when he called me. He did not sound nothing like that. I want to just read y'all a little something, if you will, if you bear with me just for a minute. This happened over in the UK, in the United Kingdom, in England, which is been overrun by Muslim illegal aliens. They've overrun them. They got a Muslim mayor for London. This is a guy right here that he got arrested. He got arrested for wearing a Star of David pendant. He's a Jewish guy, and he was arrested for inciting violence against Muslims. That's in England. This was the other day, for wearing a Star of David. Because he was inciting violence against Muslims in England. So now, this deal that you think you're going to appease these people, you think you're going to appease the Antifa people, and you go and appease the protesters that are protesting the deportation of criminal aliens, and you think you're going to appease The Muslims, when they shut a whole city street down and get out in the middle of the street and pray 5 times a day, you think you're going to appease them? You are confused. But you need to look it up. Just check it out. He got
You,
arrested. He got arrested for wearing a Star of David uh, pendant around his neck.
you talking about them Antifa folks. They pretty smart. Cause have you seen any Antifa down here anywhere
Mm-mm.
in this
No,
part of
no.
Georgia, Alabama, Florida? No, they ain't coming down here. Cause they know what's gonna happen if they come down here.
They
Yeah,
do.
they gonna stay up there with in Oregon and Washington State and New York
Mhm.
and all that kind of
Where they
stuff.
know they can get away with it, and where they
Yeah,
know that the law is not going to bother them. Let
yeah.
them go.
And,
Let them do whatever they want to do. But
and for
you're right,
those that
people. I
want,
don't think they come down here. I don't think they. I don't think
Huh.
they want to be involved with a bunch of South Georgia, South Alabama, North Florida rednecks. I don't think they want to be.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
they
they
would
want to
either.
you
Uh,
know,
because they all of them are paid. Every one of them is paid.
yeah.
They're paid to do. They don't just do that. I mean, they're paid because they don't have a job doing anything else, or either they couldn't be in the streets rioting all the time. But it
going
is some
back
of
to,
the ugliest people I've ever seen in my life. And did y'all see some of them people that were in the what was it, the No Kings protest? Have y'all seen some of them stupid people? That's the
oh yeah,
stupidest bunch of old people I've ever seen. They had
What
a book.
about the
They showed them in Bainbridge down. It was on the. They put them on Facebook. They was protesting, about 15 of them down there protesting, and half of them was sitting in lawn chairs, folding lawn chairs. They couldn't stand up. They were so old and decrepit and stupid. They were sitting there holding some stupid sign up like that. Now I'm gonna tell you what. Now, if you are having to protest in a from a lawn chair, you are in the wrong business.
what about
Live at home.
the one that made me so mad was that y'all might have seen it, that elementary school teacher up yonder, wherever it was, that done the pistol to her neck,
oh
mocking the
yeah,
Charlie Kirk
yeah,
Yeah,
assassination.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And the principal backed her up in it, said she was a great person, great
yeah.
teacher. I wouldn't want somebody like that teaching my child.
Mm-hmm. No.
Not to do this right here on television and just mock a man getting murdered.
Yeah, that's it.
Uh-uh.
That's it.
They ought to fire and run her slap out of town. What they ought to do.
They ain't got no
For
real
for
good
for,
one
for
anymore.
those for those who sit around and say, well, Muslims are real nice people and like to sit around the campfire and sing kumbaya with them folks.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get a hold of the real information.
Mm-hmm.
We infidels that must die,
Yeah,
us folks like we are. And
that's us.
I ain't gonna be no friend of nobody who subscribes to the Quran, Sharia law, or any of that crap.
You can't be a friend to him. You can't be a
Nope.
friend to him. And it's like that Muslim that's going to be. He's going to be the mayor of New York. He's a Marxist Muslim, and he's smiling. He's smiling all the time. He's smiling. He's smiling. Beware of people who smile all the time. Beware of people who smile all the time.
And
They gonna cut your throat. So anyway, y'all go ahead and vote him in. We'll see where it
yeah.
goes. What about another commercial? Let's get on out of here. Let's do some more commercials. We'll see if we can make LaVon happy. Talk about the Holster 9, if you will, Queasy.
All right, this is it. Deer season is on, man. I'm seeing pictures. I saw a great picture of a big old 10-point kill yesterday. They got everything you need right here to get them. They got the guns, they got the scopes, they got the ammunition, anything you need for your deer hunting. They got it. They help you get that thing fine tuned right where it needs to be. They got all kind of pistols for personal protection. From they got big ones, they got little ones, they got the ones you can
Stand by. We're gonna come
conceal,
in a minute.
they got the ones you can't conceal. They got all your personal protection long guns. They got all the ammunition you need for it. Anything for your hunting or Second Amendment right protection. They got it at Holster 9 right next door in Phillips Auto Parts. They got I mean, peanut season's wide open. All the different lubricants you need. They got the stuff you need to keep that truck good and shiny. man, how do you get it out the peanut field on that's what I remember, boy. You know, you ever Saturday evening, you'd have to wash them things up, boy, back before you go courting. You know, you get out the peanut field, you had to wash them trucks. They got anything you need there to do that. All kind of accessories, bumpers. They got the grill guards, got a nice little gift shop for the ladies. They the home of the world-renowned Floyd B. Lloyd rabbit pellet grills, and they got every kind flavor of rabbit pellets that you want. They even have some blends. They take different kinds of rabbit pellets and blend them together, and it gives it a more unique taste. Go see them, the Holster 9 Phillips Auto Parts, 27 South, just off the square, about 2 miles, right on them big old American flags. And tell them you heard about them on the Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports, and they might give you a discount.
Ain't no telling. I
They
give you
might
a
not,
Coca-Cola.
but
I give you a
yeah,
Coca-Cola and a pack of crackers.
might. You don't never
All
know.
you gotta do is see. But
That's it.
you won't know unless you go. I mean, that's the
That's
whole
right.
deal right there. You got to go.
That's exactly right.
Cody, put
Exactly
our
right.
stockyard deal. I tell you, no, don't do that, Cody. Put our Hissy Fit folks on right now.
There we go.
Hissy Fitz, right here, Southern Hissy Fitz down in town, Colquitt, Georgia, right on the square, right on the southwest corner of the square. Family-owned outfit. If you want you some embroidery done that's right, custom T-shirts, tumblers, I've ordered. I can't tell you how many of my cups from my appraisal business that I've ordered. Little tumblers and cups that I've ordered and given them away. Everybody loves them. They do a great job. It's a good quality cup or good anything that they turn out of there is going to be good quality. They got caps, they got T-shirts, anything that you need that's going to make your business more successful and promote your business out there with people. You give them a product that they're going from your business that they're going to keep for a long time. Go see them at Southern Hissy Fitz right there on West College Street in Colquitt, Georgia, right on the southwest corner of the square. And we got a trivia question for y'all tonight, and we got a prize that we're going to give to y'all tonight. So Marvin's been on here, and Marvin, he don't know what to do about the prizes, but Queasel, Queasel's wife, come up with an idea, said, we have some CD videos, some VCR videos.
DVD.
CD.
DVD.
What do you call it?
DVD.
It's
DVD.
DVD.
The VCR, it gets me confused. What is this called now, Queasel? Go ahead.
A DVD.
DVD video of the Dirt Road Sports before Charlie Platt joined us. That's what he was promoting us all the time on his TV show. And he had a TV show. He was
I was there at the taping, and folks, they put me on a beautiful Naugahyde couch to watch it at the Olive Theater.
VIP
And
section. He was down
I,
front.
I was the only one there. That's
This
right.
this
We
was
was
the
in that.
first
Go ahead, Queasel.
original show.
Yeah,
This is the
original show. This is the
first show.
original show, Dirt Road Sports Show. We was at the Olive Theater in Donaldsonville, Georgia. This must have been at least 10 or 12 years ago that we done this. We found, Queasel's wife found a box full of these things. And if you get the trivia question right tonight, we gonna send you a what is it called? A DVD?
DVD.
Of the Dirt Road Sport live. It's the whole thing. I'm telling you what now. It's good. We should win a Academy Award for it. And they got Queasel. You got Queasel on backwards there.
Cody, turn him around. Turn
him around.
turn around on old.
Cody. There you go.
Look
Now
at that.
look at that. We got some T-shirts like that, right? But we're gonna give you a DVD. How many T-shirts we got, Queasel? We
I
got.
don't know. She looking for the T-shirts. We don't know what all size
We're
we
gonna give
got.
them the DVD.
And then
Look at that
Cody.
one right there. Now that right there's woo, as strong as it gets. That's strong as train smoke right there.
That's right.
But this time we're gonna give y'all a DVD if you got the right answer. You got the right. Tell them what the question is, please.
what was the name of Private First Class Gomer Pyle's girlfriend? The name of Private First Class Gomer Pyle's girlfriend. What was her first and last name?
That's it. Now it's gonna get no simpler than that right there.
That's a
But
good one. That's a good one.
dial in here on whichever uh, one y'all looking at. I'm looking at here. I'm looking at on my screen, but folks just watching us there. And
I'm
old
watching mine.
JW Dream, he chimed in all night long tonight. He got a lot of opinions too. So I think JW is the one that got on to me about the cost price of the oysters the other night. I think he wanted that
I believe he is too.
Well,
right,
they've won
hey,
it.
dial it back a little bit, JW, if you will. Just dial it back, baby. We love you, but you're taking up a lot of space here, if you will.
They've won this, got it, but he's got so much stuff he can't put it nowhere
Oh,
else.
wait,
Oh,
look at that.
oh,
Rhonda Jarvis
Well,
face. Lou
well,
Peavy. Lou Ann Peavy.
that's close. That ain't
close.
it, but that's
And
close.
who is this here?
Robbie
Robbie
Peeler.
Peeler. Lou Ann
Now he
Peavy.
got it.
All
Now
right,
he got
Peeler.
it.
All right, Robbie, you got it. You got it, Robbie. I know him.
Good.
He knows me, and I know him. Just send me your address. Text me your address, Peeler, and I'll make sure you get the DVD, the CD. What is
Good
it?
deal.
Lou and Poovy.
Yeah, Lou Ann Poovy. Robbie Peeler from Bascom, where you do not have
No,
to
no,
ask. And look
no.
at Carl Cressman. He done tuned in. Lou Ann
Mm-hmm.
Poovy. Susan Stinson.
Stinson.
Man, that was an easy one. That's what we like. We like for y'all to engage with us. Peeler gonna get the DVD or CD or whatever it is. I don't know.
DVD.
Let me thank
Go ahead.
Cody. Cody's the man that's at the controls tonight. Marvin, of course, we still have not heard the condition of Marvin. We would like for somebody to let us know how Marvin is, and we're serious
Yes,
about that. But
some family members. Does any
yeah,
of Marvin's family watch
but
this show? You know?
but
So,
but Floyd, look at him for the first time. Cody had to do it. For the first time, we're able to look at Queasel and see that he is a Georgia fan because the G is actually showing as a G, not something backwards that nobody knew what it was.
on the right. It's on the right side.
That's right.
They're
Hey,
right. That's like when they throw the T-shirt up there to be particular. Nobody can read backwards. So I don't know. But anyway,
look at him.
on it. I'm gonna tell you what, Mr. Cody Hamilton.
He got it going on.
He's my buddy.
Yes,
So
sir.
it just so y'all don't think that we just kind of this stuff just fly by night. I just want to read you one little paragraph off the back of this thing right here. Listen to what it
Uh-oh.
says.
Read it.
Listen to what it said. It said, "This is how long we've been sharing our kinfolks with y'all. Hear tall tales about cousin Bookie, Uncle Dump, Aunt Scrap, Aunt Rojo, and of course the Right Reverend Pencil Johnson."
That's it. You're gonna hear about all of them on the DVD, Peeler. You think to get an education. This is an Academy Award presentation. We're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get anything.
Well, it also says on here that Las Vegas couldn't handle them and Broadway didn't want them.
I tell you what, Olo, you remember he was in the show with the guy that did this. You remember the guy that done it, don't you?
Yeah.
He was in the show when we were doing the Mayhaw show, making tens of thousands of dollars. You know,
That's right.
he was in that deal with, and I can't think what was his name. Old tall skinny boy. He was so good. He was so funny.
I'll think of it in a minute.
Yeah, he was Willie something Willie and
Willie Fred.
Willie Fred and
We,
somebody and Willie Fred. He had a partner with him that was kind of subdued, and Willie Fred was the one that had all of that.
yeah.
What was
I'll
his
have to think on
somebody
that.
and Willie Fred, but they were strong. Willie Fred was the man that did this. Willie Fred is the man that put all this together, and we owe him a shout out and a big gratitude to Willie Fred. Willie Fred was the man that put it all together. You're gonna see when you see this thing, Peeler, you are going to be amazed. You're
That's
going
right.
to say, how in the world are they not on Netflix?
Somewhere, I don't know where it is, I had some video one time of the first show. I went over there and sat in Cotton Hall and watched. And you three jewels were down there with your radio station thing
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
WMHAW.
What's call letters again?
WMHAW
HAW.
555 on your radio dial.
That's
5,000
right.
watts of pure country power. We
That
had a
was
good
that
time. Man, we
that
had
was
it
that
going.
was that was
Man,
fun. That was
we,
fun.
we had it going on.
That
All
was
good
fun.
things must come to an end.
That's
But
right.
anyway, it come to an
You
end.
hire you an out of town consultant and watch it go to the dogs.
Not no consultant. She was a hired gun. That's what she was.
Hired gun. Exactly.
Hired
Hit
gun
woman.
come in
Uh-huh.
and shot us.
Yeah. Hired gun. She didn't know no better. She
No.
didn't know no better. But anyway, ain't nothing like hey, it's like my old friend Max Kelly used to talk about old auction. He said ain't nothing like folks. That pretty much covers it right there. So what's the
that
matter
that
up there, Cody? Let's get these folks. I tell you what, let's do. Put some of those stockyard up there, and I'm gonna call Mr. Gerald Mock. Put some of those stockyard, some of those livestock auction, Gerald Mock. Talk about it. Can you talk about this one, Quiz, a little bit while I call him, get him on the phone now?
I can't look. You know, look at them cows right there. Look, that's a good looking. That's a good looking herd of cows right there. This is the kind of cows we're talking about. This is what Gerald. That this is the
Oh,
kind of
baby,
people
yeah,
he
baby.
deals with. They have good producers that bring these cattle in here. They got a top notch auctioneer. If you go into to sell your cattle, you want to sell them somewhere where you can get the most money for them, because you look at them, that picture right there, those cattle right there have been looked after. They have been fed well, and they've been medicated with all the stuff that they need to be healthy. And that's the kind of cow that you want. That's the kind of cows you want to buy. That's the kind of cows you want on your property. They got mama cows, they got the bred cows, whatever you want, they got them. And I believe Floyd got the man on the
Let's put
phone.
him on the line here and let him talk to us. Got
All
Gerald
right.
Mock on the phone. Hey, Gerald, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Doing good, guys. Y'all got a good show there going on.
Man, we rocking and rolling. We ain't done yet. We still got a long way to go, man. We got turnip greens we got to talk about. We got all kind of stuff coming on. But we want to talk about the cattle market right now with you, Gerald. Gerald Mock, he owns a Seminole Livestock Auction Company. He's a cattleman. He's been a cowman ever since he was a young'un. We want to get him on here to talk about our cattle market. You've been hearing all kind of stories about the cattle market going up, going down, this and that, and the other. Tell us what's going on in the cattle market right now, if you will, Gerald. What's been happening this past week?
Well, the market this last week's been pretty exciting, pretty entertaining, no doubt. Been under for the first time all year. First time in a pretty good while. Cattle market's under a lot of pressure right now. I remember a couple of weeks ago, one night saying there that if anything happened to the cattle market, it would be political, and that is exactly what happened last Friday. The President said he was going to open the Argentine market up a little more and import more of the Argentine beef. And man, that just drove the paper chasers crazy. Futures market just limited down. Came back this week that he made another statement yesterday, and it's limited down again. And the market, the people that wind up with these cattle in the end are just kind of getting scared. And this week the market finally is kind of broke. The end result of it is right now, really, there's not one more pound of beef out there than there was a week ago worldwide. So hopefully this thing will kind of pass us by and get stabilized and get leveled out. And, a month from now, I hope we're talking about something else.
Well, you know what it's politics and people making remarks. I love Trump, but if Trump would keep his mouth shut and listen more, sometimes it will work out better for him. But it's reactionary. The market reacts to different things that different people say, and the President of the United States, he's pretty strong in a pretty strong position of power all over the world. And I think that I've seen it happen before. Reactionary, like you're talking about the paper chasers. They don't live in the real world.
Unfortunately, a lot of the market's not just the cattle, but corn, soybeans, cotton, everything, and that people that don't even know what cow poop smells like are out there trading paper that have an effect on the market that don't even know anything about raising it. Don't know anything about agriculture at all.
Exactly.
They're affecting our market. markets by, just paper chasing, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, it has an effect. Sometimes a bad one.
Sometimes a bad one. Well, I tell you, Gerald's involved. He's involved in the cattle industry. He's involved in farming. He farms peanuts. He farms cotton. Farms soybeans. It's all a challenge right now. The only bright spot in agriculture recently has been the cattle market, and let's just hope that that it turns her back around. And I think it's going to be okay, Gerald. I think.
Well, we're not in a wreck. We're not in a wreck by any means. But like I said, there's not one more pound of beef worldwide than there was a week ago when this all started. So hopefully everything will level out. We're not in any kind of a wreck. It's still the best thing we've got going in agriculture, and it's going to iron out and be okay.
Absolutely. Listen, buddy, appreciate you giving us your insight on us, and we appreciate your business. We appreciate your sponsorship, and we'll just stand by, and I think everything's going to be good. And y'all heard it from the horse's mouth right here, guy in the cattle business. So just don't worry about nothing. Just keep going and buying that good beef and eating that good beef and feeding your family. Thank you, Gerald, for tuning in tonight.
Thank you guys for having me on. Have a good week.
You bet, buddy.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
Okay, some of you people out there might find farming boring, and I'm fixing to address y'all right now. I'm gonna go ahead and address.
Ooh.
I'm gonna explain something to you. That we talk about farming a lot because that's what drives the economy where we are. The paper mills closed down. Y'all understand that? The paper mills closed. We don't have the paper mill. We don't have pulpwood anymore. There's a lot of things that we don't have. But I'm going to tell you something about it. Any of you people out there that might be griping about us talking about farming, you're talking about, and you get all sideways about because you got to wait a few minutes to go around a peanut picker or a cotton picker on the road. Every one of you that is listening to this show tonight, eat. Y'all eat. And let me tell you something. They don't know no stock trader. They don't know banker. Ain't no doctor. They ain't no veterinarian. They ain't none of them folks helping feed y'all. It's the farmers. So bear with us on the farming deal. We got a lot of farmers that watch this show. We got a lot of people that's involved in agriculture that watch this show. So just bear with us. If you don't like what we're talking about with farming, try eating something else. Try eating. So when we was doing a farm,
Eat some
when we was
tofu.
doing the farm protest, when we was doing a farm strike. So I don't know where he's from. I think he was from South Alabama. He had a sign on his tractor. He said, "You don't like farmers? Try eating used food." That's about as
Yes,
plain
sir.
as it gets. That's
You can't,
about as plain as it gets right there.
That's
But
it.
Gerald, we appreciate you being on with us tonight, man. Thank you for enlightening us there. But I think we about to get this thing closed down. If we got any more commercials, who else we need? Well, I know we ain't done TKs yet.
Yeah.
Cody, throw us one up there. We'll talk about it. There you go. TK's Bar and Grill. Talk about them, Charlie. You go ahead and tell the story on that.
There ain't no finer place to dine than at TK's, located at 571 North Cuthbert Street, right there in Colquitt, Georgia. Folks, a great gathering place, not just to meet your neighbor, but to have some of the finest food you'll ever have put on your table. Whether it's lunch or 3 nights a week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they serve an evening as well, from steak to catfish fillets to whatever you might think about. Some of the best side dishes. I have never eaten any better steamed cabbage than what I had today. Floyd and I went over there, had a great hamburger steak. They got a special. You can choose from several different things for lunch at a very reasonable price. I mean, you can go in there and sit and eat lunch just as cheap as going through a drive-through at Mickey D's and having who knows where it came from. I'm talking about good food. And at night, Wednesday nights especially, a lot of the church folks, when they get out, they end up at TK's. You need to try them. Home cut French fries, and according to Floyd B. Lloyd, they sized them down just enough to make them crispy, where they are just the best French fry you'll put in your mouth. Great onion rings and so many different things to choose from. TK's open Monday through Friday, right there at 571 North Cuthbert for lunch, and Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday evenings for an evening meal. You won't find any better fine folks to do business with and fine quality food to put in your stomach. TK's Bar and Grill, Colquitt, Georgia.
Cody, put them turnip greens up there. Let's show them. Let's give them
Ooh,
give them insight into what's going on Mr. Charles Pickles' farm out there. Show them turnip greens. You put them up there a while ago and you took them back down, but put them up there and let's look at them, Cody. There they are. Charles Pickle, world-renowned green grower. Now, that's about as pretty as I've seen right there.
Yep.
About as pretty as I've seen. He's got them fertilized. He's got all the nutrients in them right there, everything he wants. And he's going to share them with the whole world, if you will. That ought to be enough turnip greens there to get folks going, hasn't it, Charlie?
You better. They don't call him the professor of produce or nothing, son. He can
Professor of
flat and
And
natural grow it.
something I'll mention right quick. In hauling peanuts, I go the same route every day. And there's a little church on the corner, Highway 95 there in Hillburg, Alabama. Floyd knows where I'm talking about, right across from the old peanut mill, if you will. And some people at that little congregation, African American church, when I first started hauling 2.5 weeks ago, however long it's been, them turnip greens were about that wide, Floyd, about that wide. They had planted some little rows right there next to the road. Let me tell you something. Them greens done flowered out to where we
Come
could have
on.
had a pot. We could have had a pot of them tonight. I mean, that's how quick they grow. And Charles Pickle knows how to grow them greens.
They're going to be ready for long with this weather we got. And he does a good job on them, and he shares them with the community. That's one thing that he does. He said, I plant them for the community. And folks go out there all the time, widow women and folks out there, people that own fixed incomes, and they go out there, anybody, and he can give you some turnip greens. You ain't gonna leave Charles Pickle's house hungry. You ain't gonna leave his place with nothing to eat. I promise you.
There you go.
He's one of our good friends, one of our good viewers, and one of the best friends I got in the world right there, right here in Miller County. Good folks, and they all over Southwest Georgia, Southeast Alabama, Northwest Florida. Good folks. This is the best place in the world that anybody like us can live. And if you from Martha's Vineyard or New York or Oregon or Seattle, do not move down here. You will not be happy. Ain't nothing about this place that you gonna like. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Don't come down here. We don't want you. We don't need. We're not. We don't need you in our business down.
Yeah, we still asleep. We ain't woke up yet.
That's right. We ain't woke up yet. We still asleep. That's right.
Yeah.
Buddy, we got anybody else we need to talk about
Yep.
on our? There you get Charlie. Talk about them on so we can meet that, buddy.
Okay. All right, folks. We talk about the beef business. Now, let me tell you something. They talk about opening up for Argentina. Let me tell you something. I remember one time seeing some in the store and didn't quite packaging didn't look right. It was from Argentina, and I bought it. And the steak was so tough, you need to put it in a pressure cooker to cook it. But you won't have to do that if you go to Sawega Meats over in between Colquitt and Blakely on US 27 or Sawega Meat on US 431 in Headland, Alabama. What you'll find is beef, a lot of it produced right here in the Wiregrass area. In fact, you may have ridden down the road and seen the beef you will consume from Sawega Meat Company. Farmers putting their best foot forward, raising quality beef, and it's processed at a great facility right there on 27 over in Georgia. And whether it be ribeye, whether it be a porterhouse, T-bone, filet mignon, sirloin, ribeye, anything you want in the line of the steak, or great ground beef as well. Plus, you'll find some great smoked sausage, pan sausage, smoked pork chops, just a great variety of things to choose from. We talk about the rabbit pellet grills, peels for the grills, if you will. You're going to find the best rubs and sauces and the best collection of them anywhere right there at Sawega Meat Company. See them this week. You will be glad you did. Somebody said, by the way, on my page, let me say hello to Jackie McDonald. Jerry Wise said, oh, Jerry Wise is the one that said, do they have any mullet flavored rabbit pellets?
No.
I don't think so, but I mean that might be a good hello
We'll
to
send in a request for some.
Yeah.
hello
Yeah.
to Tammy Farmer watching with us tonight, folks from all over Claydale, over in Boston, Georgia. My buddy Ray Barrickman, left-handed bass guitar picker for Hank Williams Jr.'s Bama band for many years. We got folks from all over. We appreciate each and every one of you. Let me say a special thank you. Uh, I went to the doctor this week and thank the good Lord had a good report. The numbers were good on the blood work. You know, we talked about this, that, and the other, but a little African American lady was a nurse that came in and took my vitals, and I can't help but tell this because it made me feel so good. She says, "When are you gonna get your lazy self?" She didn't say lazy self, but when are you gonna come off of retirement and get back on TV where we'll know what's going on around here? And I hear it all the time, and I appreciate it so much. Broadcasting business has changed a whole lot. You got a bunch of young kids out of college that all they know how to do is read a teleprompter. They don't have the education that I had, and I've never stepped a foot in a college. I got the education the good way by learning from my seniors. Floyd will know where I'm going with this, and Queasel will too. We learn a lot from folks like Floyd B. Lloyd and the folks that have gone on before. And I thank the good Lord that I did what I did and got that kind of education from your Dallas Hartzogs of the world, your Jack Wingates of the world, and I could sit here and name names for about 2 hours and a half and not cover them all. And
Well,
I'm
that's
just
two good
very
ones you just named right
well.
there.
I'm
You
just
don't get
grateful
no
for.
better.
I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for the friendship I struck up with three rednecks that think they have class from over in Southwest Georgia. And I still want to hear from my buddy Marvin. I'm kind of
Well,
concerned
Oh,
about
that's
him.
good.
I sent him a message. I said, "Look at here. We need a report from you, everybody." And I have got. Let's see. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold it. Yep.
Oh,
Yep. Oh,
bulletin.
here's the official. Here's the official report. Here it is.
Oh,
Yep. Head ain't hurting quite as bad. Need a drill in my head to release the pressure.
needs to go to an emergency room
Yeah.
tonight and not fool around.
Not
He's
fool around,
over
but no
50.
drill.
He's over 50. He needs to not fool around.
If you
That's
My
listen to us,
opinion.
if you listen to us, Marvin, go to the ER. Go to the ER, Marvin, and slow down. So
yep.
you got
Yep.
us
Yep.
worried now, Marvin, about it eased off a little bit. That ain't
Gear it down. Gear it down.
Get down,
Yep.
Marvin. Go to the you right there next to it. You can walk to it from where you are right now. So you need to go. Anyway, that's all we can say. What else we got? We got any more commercial about anybody
Well, Charlie got to tell us about the weather.
well, we got to do the KWG, throw the KWG plumbing back up there.
Okay.
KWG Plumbing, Kenny Wayne Garney Plumbing, right here in Middle County, Colquitt, Georgia. One of our local guys right here. He's not going to be on with us tonight. You know, he's the guy that always comes on with the fishing report and the hunting report. He told me, he said he couldn't be on with us tonight. Don't have any kind of fishing report or anything from him, but we do want to report on him on his good quality work. He's a Alabama master. He's got a Alabama master license, Georgia master license plumbing, registered, certified, qualified in Georgia and Alabama to do all your industrial, commercial, or your residential needs, whatever you need in the plumbing business. He can get in there from the ground up. He can help you out with what it. He came here to my house when he first got into business. He came here to my house and hooked up a dishwasher for me, and did a great job. He did it personally himself. He's a self-made man. He's got a great business. He does a good job. Y'all call KWG Plumbing, if you will. Put his name and the number back up there, if you will, Cody, again, so people can see what he call Kenny Wayne Garney, KWG Plumbing, Colquitt, Georgia, 229-220-6694. Everybody's gonna have some plumbing problems in their life sometime. Call KWG Plumbing. He'll treat you right.
And the weather is presented by our friends at Kelly Crop Insurance right there in Colquitt, Georgia. Thanks to folks at Kelly. Thanks for what they do for our agricultural community that we think so much of around here. And they are the reason we eat, folks. Kelly Crop Insurance, keeps them going year by year. Now, I would just about agree. There's some things that are not too correct here. Too correct. That's a new term, Floyd. Too correct. But in the morning, I punched on the National Weather Service on the Chattahoochee River. Keep that up there. We'll
Keep it up,
keep
man.
that
Keep it up, man, Cody.
just for a weather forecast between us all. And we're looking at a low in the morning around 48 degrees to maybe 55, depending on where you are. High tomorrow, 82 to 84. Friday night, we're going to get down to about, oh, that's wrong there. He typed that in wrong. 49 degrees Friday night, Saturday morning. Okay. That's kind of cool. Up to upper 70s, low, maybe the lower 80s on Saturday, not quite 85. I do agree on the 50% chance of rain on Sunday. We're going to see that come in on Sunday night. So about a 30% Sunday, 50% on Sunday night, back down to about a 30% chance on Monday. Then much cooler air filters into the region. And we're looking at some, not this next week, but the week after, seeing some lows around 40, 41, 42 degrees. So it's that time. Cooler weather is just about here, and got that chance of rain coming in starting Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon. Best chance on Sunday night. Thank y'all for watching. We appreciate it. We just have a good time. We love our buddy Marvin, and we want you, Marvin, to do what you need to do and get checked out. We love you. We pray for you. Pray for each other. Pray for this nation. We got a lot of things going on that's about half sideways, we'll say. And I'll say one more thing. Continue to watch out for our producers, our farmers that we depend on for our food and fiber. It's the harvest time right here in the Wiregrass area. A lot of the big machines that Queasel and I were talking about earlier. It's a hard job moving from place to place. They don't like blocking you any more than you like them blocking you. So when you get a chance, give them the right of way. And if you see a good area of grass out there, you can pull over and let him come by. It'll make them feel a whole lot better. And it's a lot safer for everybody. Queasel, I'll let you take it on home.
Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate it. Hey, look at here. Just got a little bit of words of wisdom. The popular are contrary to popular belief. The best time to burn is not when it's dry and the wind's blowing. That's not the best time to dry. But I want to say to burn. I Floyd hit a home run last year. I mean last week. Our calls went down tremendously after Floyd got on there and gave that fire prevention message. I'm going to get him plugged up with the NFPA so he can go around and give these nationwide uh, fire prevention talks. But if you see a police officer, sheriff, a deputy, a trooper, investigator, EMT, a paramedic, firefighter, if you see a veteran currently serving or somebody that's already served, tell them thank you. Tell them you appreciate what they done. It goes a lot further than you think. And I gotta cover Marvin's track tonight. Like he always tell y'all, Sunday's coming, and
There you go.
go to church. I promise you, you will not regret going to church. Find you a church somewhere and go to it. But here's tonight's scripture reading. It's coming out of the book of Matthew, chapter 9, verses 37 and 38. Listen to what he said. He said to his disciples, the harvest is great, but the workers are few. So pray to the Lord who is in charge of the harvest. Ask him to send more workers into the field. We need more workers into the field. We need more people like you and us that tell people about Jesus Christ and how much he loves us. Hey, Sunday's coming. See you in church. Floyd.
Take us out of here. I'm expecting we fix the closer down. Thank y'all for watching. We love each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for giving us your input on the screen there. We appreciate that. We love y'all. Exercise your Second Amendment rights. Be vigilant of your surroundings. Surround yourself with like-minded people, and call some old folks on the phone and tell them that you're thinking about them, and ask them if there's anything that you can do for them to help them out. Some of these old folks is lonely. Some of these old folks ain't got nobody. They got young'uns and they scattered all over the country, grand young'uns that don't care nothing about them. Call some old folks and tell them you're thinking about them. I had a lady call me the other day, an old friend of ours. She said, can you help me? I said, I sure can. She's 92 or 93 years old. I said, I sure can. I didn't even flinch. She said, can you come set some rat traps for me? I said, I sure can. I went over and set some rat traps for that woman. And she called me about 2 days later. She said, she said, I hadn't caught a rat yet. She said, but I still got this trap set. I said, I tell you what I think we done. I said, I think we scared them off.
Scared them off. That's
Scared
what I'm
them off.
talking about.
But if somebody asks you to do something, some old person asks you to do something, I'm going to tell you what, they really don't want to ask you to do that, but they can't do it themselves. It won't cost you a dime. It won't cost you a dime in the world to be kind to old folks. And
That's
all
right.
of us, if we live long enough, we're going to be old too. And now when you lay down and put your head on that pillow, thank the good Lord above for what he's done for you today. Start counting off the things that he's blessed you with today. And you'll go to sleep and you'll still be thanking him. Good night, y'all. We appreciate y'all being with us. We'll see y'all next week. Same time, same place. We got to pull for old Marvin. We got to pray for Marvin. I'm going to call him after a while and check on him, see how everything's going. Y'all have a great week. We'll see y'all next week. Thank you.
Good night.
Hey, y'all.